In Dominica, there is an extraordinary doctor. And on our products, China girl. Hey, this is Sai, and you're watching SAT TV. Big up SAT, big up SAT, big up SAT.
Whenever the iron play, I'll be there. Wherever the steel band play, I'll be there. Anytime it's carnival, yo, festival, bacchanal, behind the big truck, down the road, everybody, they know that I'll be there. Yo, this is Mr. Challenge. You're watching SAT TV, the people's choice.
Yo, this is Ace Banton in SAT building, baby. You're watching SAT Telecom. That's the #1 choice. Boom!
Good evening. Welcome to SAT TV News. I am Desmond Joseph.
And I am Shana Esprit.
And we are your presenters for the evening. Among the major developments, fire officers prevents fire from immersing homes in Point Michelle.
British businessman denies bribing St. Vincent Prime Minister.
Pope Benedict XVI recalls joy and choppy waters.
And in sports, 3 Sam Martin Point Michelle players suspended.
Details of these and other stories after the break.
SAT TV.
Drink your drink.
SAT TV.
SAT Telecom.
SAT TV.
Crossfire the bomb.
SAT TV.
Dominica the norm.
TV.
Yeah man, SAT TV, Crossfire.
The people's choice.
That's
for real.
right.
Welcome back. Mr. Amos Wilshire, coordinator of the National Fair Trade Organization and farmer, voices concern about the status of the banana industry in Dominica. The quality of our bananas has been concerned to Winfresh, which is an export agency responsible for exporting our bananas to the United Kingdom. However, the agency has taken measures in order to alleviate the inconsistencies they are faced with when exporting bananas out of Dominica.
That they are looking at what you would call the core farmers group, or core farmers. And the core farmers that they're looking at, they said, is those that are being constantly taking better quality to the UK. But these core farmers is actually not too many of our farmers, and that is going to affect the production or the sale of our bananas to the UK. It's actually going to be about maybe 1/3 of our farmers.
Mr. Wilshire stated that the core farmers selected by Winfresh will receive $31 for a box of bananas. The farmers that are selling conventional bananas and did not qualify according to Winfresh will only receive $21.
And the core farmers will be getting $31 per box of banana, while the farmers that are selling conventional bananas that are not qualified as far as Winfresh is concerned to sell bananas to the UK, or the quality is not of the best, is going to receive $21 per box of banana. And that will definitely affect our farmers.
Mr. Wilshire said that regardless of the export agency choosing its core farmers, he is living in hope that more farmers will eventually realize the importance of becoming core farmers. He said that the returns from this new implementation will not be very beneficial for Dominica's economy or the banana industry. He had this to say on some of the requirements from Winfresh.
And all the criteria that Winfresh is looking at, and those I feel they're rather steep. One is that they expect the core farmers to deliver to produce about 12 tons of bananas per acre by the end of 2013, and by June of 2014, that the same core farmers would reach to 15 tons per acre.
He was concerned that farmers will not be able to meet the demands of the production on their own. However, he went on further to say that if the banana is not highly subsidized by that period, they will need support to be able to come to fruition. As a farmer himself, Mr. Wilshire knows that farmers are trying their best and are committed to the industry as well as the organization. He says the UK market is something we should hold on to and protect.
It's necessary for us, for all players to come on board and to see what we can do for the sake of the banana industry, to protect the banana industry, that we could have a thriving banana industry. And at the same time, I wouldn't want to leave without saying that we have to try other things side by side with banana that we can live upon and make the farmers live a better life.
In more news, a consultation on healthy aging and a presentation on SADE within the Dominica elderly was held on Wednesday, February 27th. Dr. Martin Christmas says that we need to realize that one does not stop succeeding, working or challenging ourselves because we age. He added, what makes us age quicker is when we stop doing these things. Dr. Christmas noted, because people age, it reduces the inputs into the economy. He says once individuals are unhealthy, they are less able to contribute.
I personally myself would not want to get younger, because we realize that with each passing day as one gets older, you get wiser. So no one wants to grow younger. We appreciate growing older, but we want to do so gracefully and in a very healthy environment with all of the support mechanisms. And today is just that first reminder that we need to do certain things for ourselves as older persons, and those persons who do not consider themselves older but who are interested. We are very pleased to have you here so that you can lend your aid and use your good offices to make sure that we prepare the groundwork so that our elders of tomorrow can be well taken care of.
Mr. Evander Joseph, president of the Dominica Council on Aging, said, all begins at the age of 60. However, an 18-year-old could be a member of the Dominica Aging Council. He added he is honored to participate in this important consultation. He urges the public to enjoy life to the fullest because a person can die at any time.
Let me make this observation that it is imperative that powers that may be or any other decision makers involve the older persons when formulating policies, and that's what we're here to do today, which affect older persons in Dominica. I must therefore applaud the Ministry of Health for inviting representatives of the many senior citizens groups in Dominica to this forum.
Minister of Social Services, Community Development and Gender Affairs, Ms. Gloria Shillingford, said, aging is an inescapable part of the living process and should not be perceived as a burden or blight. Ms. Shillingford advised that it should be seen as the objective to which we should all work towards to maintain good health.
This responsibility lies on every one of us as individuals, for we are all responsible for our own health. However, it must be recognized that the health and social services machinery of every country must also play critical roles in the provision of services and facilities to assist citizens in living healthy lives.
She noted that the Ministry of Health has a great responsibility as far as health education, medical care and cure are concerned. The Ministry of Social Services also plays a key role in the areas of home care and provisions of basic necessities for healthy living.
The other players, the most critical players, are the elderly themselves and their families. Persons who are not too old or incapacitated to attend to their own health needs can enhance the quality of their aging by adopting healthy lifestyles, while families must take the responsibility of caring for their elderly seriously.
And then my friend is not
In more stories, residents from the village of Point Michel had high praises for the Roseau Fire Department for their quick response in attending to a bushfire in that community on Wednesday, February 27, 2013. Numerous residents who live in the immediate area where the fire spread said had it not been for the fire department's quick response, the fire would have engulfed a number of houses. One resident who lives across from the road where the fire started stated that when he woke up at 7:30 a.m., he saw some smoke, but thought it was some burning rubbish. However, after seeing the amount of smoke, he realized something was wrong. He added that although he was not in any immediate danger, the thick clouds of smoke and ash made it somewhat difficult to breathe. Another resident of Point Michel, whose name was saved by the quick response of the fire officers, Miss Curlin Simon, said she saw the smoke, she thought it was rubbish being burnt. On the other hand, when she noticed her neighbor running for buckets of water, she realized this was no ordinary fire.
So we opened the door and we decided that we're going to help out. And the fire started spreading, a lot of smoke, and people started coming. And then the young girl went to the police station to call for the fire brigade. It was quite scary at the moment because there was a lot of flames, a lot of smoke. But they came within, I don't know, a few minutes. They were here from the time of ringing, about 10 minutes or so.
Miss Simon said she was told that a young man was burning rubbish on the empty lot near her home, but left it unattended, and the strong winds caused the fire to spread. She pointed out the assistance of neighbors using buckets of water to put out the fire was a good initiative, which was appreciated by the officers. Miss Simon sends a special thank you to the fire officers who responded to the incident. The young man who allegedly started the fire said that he was cleaning an empty lot of land which was Poa Guate trees. When the wind blows, the fluff from the tree spreads, causing excessive itching to humans, and the residents have been complaining about it. He said the fire was small, so he left with the intention of returning to monitor it. While at home, he said he was called by a neighbor shouting that the fire had spread and he needs to come now, so he ran to the site. When he arrived, he used a garden hose to try to extinguish the blaze, but the magnitude of the fire proved to be overwhelming for the small garden hose, so the fire department was called. The residents in the area were thankful that only the trees on the abandoned lot were damaged as a result of the Runway bushfire.
In more news, this generation continues to take a keen interest in our country's regional and international recognition by promoting Dominica through music on a wider scale. Mr. Marcel Glennis, Dominican-born but resides in St. Martin, is determined to become a well-known regional artist as well as uplifting his country's name. Not only is Mr. Glennis an artist, but he is also a songwriter, DJ who owns his personal studio. He said his journey began from age of 9 and music has been in his blood ever since.
I do everything in the music from since I was about the age of 9. I started off rapping, from there I pick up the DJing, and then I started writing my own music. Then I opened my own studio at the age of 11, and from since then music been my life. So.
Okay, so tell us about your music. What type of music are you into?
Basically, I'm into all type of music. Country music, I like rock and roll, techno, dancehall, bouillon. Mostly all of them. All music have a different way of speaking to me, so I love all music.
Mr. Glennis noted that music can also teach young children to be disciplined. If they have discovered that music is part of their being, they will impose strict compliance to instructions that will enhance their talent. He added they will be able to know the importance of following their mentors. In this way, they will most likely apply this training to be obedient to their elders too. The local artist believes that music is the best way to express one's emotion. He explained that when he just entered the music industry, he received very little support. However, when he developed as an artist, everything changed positively. When asked how Dominica would benefit from his music career, Mr. Glennis had this to say.
It can uplift the name of my country more, you know, because I also sing reggae, I sing bouillon, I sing rap, I sing R&B, And me being a Dominican, pushing myself as a young Dominican again, will show the people out there that Dominica have talent. The further I reach, they will know where I come from, because I'll never forget my hometown, which is Dominica. And that is why when I did my first CD, which is out right now, it's Madness Bouillon 2K13, the cover of the CD, in the back of it have the Dominican flag, so they can know it's Dominican from.
In terms of the youth, he says music is one of the best hobbies that teenagers can have. Instead of indulging in computer games, it is much better if teenagers spend time practicing by playing their favorite instrument or singing their favorite song. Here is a verse from one of his songs.
Mama, don't you cry, I know better days is coming soon. Mama, don't you cry, wipe them tears from your eyes. Mama, better days is coming, so you better start praying. Sorry, you don't already. You're listening to SAD, the People Choice.
And in court news, 2 young persons were remanded at the Stock Farm State Prison as they had no surety to post a bail, while one young lady was granted bail in the sum of $30,000. Uroy Vidal of St. Joseph and Kendra John Baptist of Yampi Stock Farm and Christy Bugunu of Mount Prosper were all charged with possession of cannabis with intent to sell. The trio pled not guilty to the charges when they appeared at the Roseau Magistrates Court on Tuesday, February 26, 2013. They were caught in Back Street, St. Joseph on February 24, 2013 with 11,497 grams of alleged cannabis in their possession, which has estimated street value of $25,000. Police Prosecutor Inspector Claude Weeks had no objections to bail once the defendants had a proper surety and reporting conditions applied. Retired port worker Mr. James Bramble stood as surety for his adopted daughter, Miss Kendra John Baptist. Miss John Baptist, who lives with Mr. Bramble in Yampi Stock Farm, was granted bail in the sum of $30,000. As part of her bail conditions, she is to report to the Roseau Police Station on Mondays and Fridays between the hours of 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. She was also advised to inform the police of any change of address. Now, this has been the local segment of the news. Coming up next, regional highlights.
Yo, this is Ace Banton in SAD building, baby. You're watching SAD Telecom. That's the #1 choice. Boom!